Chris Salcedo Show.
It's that time of day. Time for the Constitution Revolution on the Chris Salcedo Show. The author of Uncomplicating the Constitution, that's the book's name, Chad Kent. He is here with a look at our founding document as it was meant to be looked at, simple and understood by we the people. Here's Chad.
Think for a moment about how the car business works. You have car manufacturers that build cars and then sell them to dealers, and the dealers then sell those cars to customers like you and me. Everybody who's involved in that process has a voice, and they can all look out for their own interests. The manufacturer has a say in how much it's willing to sell the cars for. The dealers have a say in how much they're willing to pay for the cars from the manufacturer and how much they're willing to charge the customer. And of course, the customers all get to decide how much they're willing to pay for a car. For the most part, that system works pretty well. But how well do you think it would work if the car dealers had absolutely no say in the process? In other words, what if the customers and the manufacturer could get together and tell the dealers exactly how much they had to buy and sell their cars for? It'd be pretty hard for those dealers to stay in business, wouldn't it? Well, with that in mind, let's look at the process for creating laws that is given to us in Article 1, Section 7. Under that system, all three entities that are affected by federal laws had a voice in the process. The House of Representatives sees the bills from the perspective of the citizens. The Senate was originally supposed to see them from the perspective of the states, and the President sees them from the perspective of the country as a whole. A bill had to be seen from all three of those perspectives before it could become a law. But as you know by now, the 17th Amendment took away the states' voice in the Senate. Now the citizens and the federal government can get together and tell the states exactly what they have to do. That should show you why our states are constantly losing power and why our system isn't working nearly as well as it should. If you enjoyed this segment, then go right now and click on my article about the lawmaking process in the contributor section at theblaze.com. That's the Constitution Revolution, and I am Chad Kent for the Chris Salcedo Show.
It is kind of out of whack, isn't it? We focus, and this is partly our fault, in a representative democracy, and I think we mentioned this last weekend, but it bears repeating. We outnumber them. Who said that? We outnumber them. That was none other than Glenn Beck. Absolutely recognizing where we have set up our system. It is still in place to where we, the people, can be the drivers of change. Problem is, many of us have grown apathetic to this legislative process. Oh, it makes my head hurt. I don't want to tune in. I just leave it. I vote. Come on. Look, it's a participatory democracy. You must be involved, else you get the government you deserve. And as I'm loath to admit it, Barack Obama is what this country deserves because we were foolish enough to elect this idiot to the Oval Office. Now we need to correct that. We need to have our legislators, instead of appealing and allowing them to live up to the lowest common denominator, we must demand that they are the most excellent in our society. And they can start by having a reverence and dedication to that little thing what we call the United States Constitution.